What's up guys, it's your girl Kissy here. Hi! I have to apologize in advance if I haven't been vlogging as much or putting up videos on my YouTube channel as much. I don't know if you can tell, but I moved houses and I changed jobs, so everything was pretty hectic since the last 2 months. And in my last comic vlog, I think I told you guys that my computer crashed, and I actually edited the Phuket vlog, the trip that I took to Phuket. That vlog, I edited it at work, so I didn't have any problems like editing videos at work. But because I changed jobs, so there was this 2 weeks of unemployment, and I thought my laptop, my old laptop, didn't had movie makers, so I was like, oh okay, so I can't vlog and do all that stuff. And then I checked it again and I was like, no way, it's totally in there, it's been in there the whole time. But my old laptop is like about 7 or 8 years old or something. I've had it since I was 18, and it actually still runs on Windows Vista, so I think that can probably tell you how old it is. But anyway, now that I've discovered that I have movie makers again, so I can edit my videos as usual, so hopefully I'll get to put out more vlogs. Hopefully, I mean, fingers crossed, but yeah, hopefully. To kick off my comeback somewhat, let's dig into this week's shipment of comics. So it's not like I bought a lot of comics within the last 2 months that I was away from YouTube, but yeah, I've had some, you know, trade paperbacks in there as well as some singles, so it's not a lot. So it's not like you're missing out on a lot. First one that I got is Darkness Visible by Mike Carey, Arvin Ethan David, I think art by Brendan Cahill, and colors by Joanna Lafuente. I think that's how you pronounce names. I think so. So when I bought this, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what's the premise about, but the cover attracted me because it has, I think, like a father and daughter pair, and then there's this guy with the horns. So, you know, it was really interesting, and I thought I picked it up. And then when I read it, it was really cool. So the premise is about humans and demons coexisting on this one world. You know, they coexisted fine until all these terrorist conflicts came about. So I'm not sure if it's the demons that's terrorizing them or the humans, you know, either way. And then this guy, okay, this guy's a cop, and he's like the middleman. So he's like neutral. He's super neutral. Until one night, someone possessed this guy. Like, one of the demons possessed this guy, so it was like, and then all hell breaks loose because, you know, it's putting everything at risk. It's putting his daughter at risk. I like this comic. I like the premise. I like the concept of this comic, and actually anything that's horror related. So because, you know, there's demons in this, and it looks satanic somewhat. I like it. I'm interested to know what happens in the next issue, like what happens to the father and daughter, like what happens with this demon boss, you know, how they came about and what's up with his gang and all that. So I'm pretty excited for this next issue of Darkness Invisible. So the next one that I got is called The Old Guard, and this one is by Greg Rucka, and art and cover by Leandro Fernandez, I think. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, I'm sorry. I also picked this one up not knowing anything, but I basically flipped through it and the art is gorgeous. It reminds me of Gabriel Ba's Day Trooper, that kind of art. I trust Greg Rucka because I love his take on Wonder Woman, I loved his take on Electra, and Black Magic was also a good one. So even though I did not know anything about this, I still picked it up. Apparently this series is also led by another badass lady named Andy, and she is an immortal. So she and this group of guys, that is, I think, hired assassins, like for hire assassins kind of thing, they're all immortals. That's what's really interesting about this. So it's somewhat like Electra, just that she's immortal and she cannot die, and they all cannot die. So I think that's a really cool concept. Again, like I said, I like the art, and there's this one particular panel that also reminded me of Electra. I'm talking about this panel, and then when I saw it, I was like, wait, is that Electra? Am I tripping out? But yes, this is another good series that I would like to see what happens next in the next couple of issues. Speaking of Electra, the next issue that I picked up is obviously Electra issue number 1 by Matt Owens and Juan Cable, or Cabal. I am so totally bad with names, I'm so sorry. I picked this up because I love Electra. She's badass, she's sexy, she's dangerous, and she's an assassin. I mean, what more can you ask for in a lady? When I first saw the cover art, I wasn't really excited for it because I think they're basing it off Elodie Young's portrayal of Electra in Netflix Daredevil series. I don't like her portrayal of Electra in that show at all. I like the show, I just don't like her portrayal of Electra, that's all. I think she's a good actress though still, but yeah, not for me. And then I kind of hated how Marvel always butchers her stories up. It's like they don't know what to do with her, so her stories are just never interesting or just never, it's just like bleh. But I still picked this up because I love her, and it's not so bad. Okay, maybe it's a bit repetitive. I don't know. Like, the story feels like it's been there, done that. I don't know. If the story doesn't pick up in the next couple of issues, I'm dropping this series because, I don't know, I don't think it's worth it for now. The next issue that I got is called The Few, issue number 1 by Sean Lewis and Hayden Sherman. By this comic, I think it's safe to say that I went in buying this week's shipment with not knowing a lot of premises. I just buy it because either the cover art looks good or it looks familiar to me. For this one, I don't know why the story is kind of confusing to me. I went in not knowing anything about this, and I came out still not knowing anything about this. It leaves me more questions than answers. I'm so confused, like, what happened in this? Was there a war? What's gonna happen to the baby? Who is this lady? But I'm still interested to know what this series is about. However, if, again, like Electra, if this doesn't pick up in the next couple of issues, I'm just gonna drop this. With that being said, the art in this one is super killer. I mean, page after page, spread after spread, panels after panels. It is the most amazing art I've ever seen in a while in a comic book. Look at this. So as I've mentioned, I'm just gonna see how the story fleshes out, and if not, I'm just gonna drop the series, but for the art, it's worth it. Sorry guys, I have to do this chop because the reason why my battery died is because I'm recording this on my old phone, the Sony Xperia Ultra Z, and the reason why I switched to an iPhone is because this battery keeps on dying. I've had this one for like 3 to 4 years, so eventually the battery dies out anyway. But moving on, I got Sun Bakery issue number 1. This is written and illustrated by Corey Lewis, and I love everything about this comic. It's a comic book anthology magazine supposedly, but it's in the form of a comic book, and I love everything about this. I love the colors used, I love the art, I love the story. I want to know how the story fleshes out in the next issue, and this may be on the pricier side, but this is like $4.99 USD, so that's about $7 to $8 in Singapore dollars. It's slightly pricier than what you would pay for a normal comic book, which is like your $3.99 USD or $2.99 USD, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's really fun, it's vibrant, so I'm really excited for the next issue. So the next issue that I got is Highlander, The American Dream, issue number 1, and this is written by Brian Ruckley and art by Andrea Muti. My memories of Highlander obviously went way back. When I was a kid, I watched the movie, you know, in between the other 80s movie like Terminator and RoboCop, so Highlander was one of those movies. And apparently IDW is doing a prequel to the movie. So if you've watched the movie, Highlander The American Dream goes way back before that. Like what happens and the events that accompanies Connor from the American Civil War era up to the Gathering. And obviously the cover art by Francisco Francavilla doesn't hurt as well. Last but not least is one of the series that I was most excited to pick up last week or last 2 weeks. I just didn't have the time, or I just forgot to pick up. But anyway, I managed to pick it up this week, and it is issue number 1 of Curse Words by Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. The reason why I picked this up was because I love Ryan Brown's work on God Hates Astronaut, where he written and illustrated that comic series, and it was so freaking crazy and freaking amazing. I just had to pick this one up even though it's written by Charles Soule. So when I picked this up, I was so excited to read it, and it's amazing. Curse Words is actually about this wizard who just came to New York City, and you know, he just cast this spells and he's getting rich and famous and all that with the people of New York City, but then he's actually a bad guy. Again, all hell breaks loose and that bad things are just gonna happen now. But when you read this, it's like, is he a bad guy or is he not a bad guy? So that's what I'm really excited about. I love the premise. Sign me up for anything magic related. The art accompanying it is amazing and it's crazy and it's vibrant and it goes so well with the story. So I think this is my favorite pickup of the week, and if anything I recommend you to pick up Curse Words. I think Curse Words issue number 2 already came out for this week. So because like I said, I missed the shipment for last week or forgot about the shipment for last week, so this was supposed to be in last week's shipment and I just picked this up this week. So make sure you pick up issue number 2 as well this week. And that's all for today. I apologize, for the switching of setup all of a sudden because my battery died, for going on an unannounced hiatus. I am so sorry for that. I'm not gonna disappear anymore, but I do need to find better equipment if I want to continue this YouTube channel. So just please give me time to make sure that I can produce quality content for you guys to continue watching my YouTube channel. Also, side note, I'm not sure when I'm gonna get the better equipment, but if you guys are still interested in my comics reviews, and that even though I don't upload that much on my YouTube channel, you can always go to my website where you can find not only my YouTube vlogs but my portfolio of the art that I've been doing, and I can post comic reviews on there so you can read it and not feel like you're missing anything much from my website or channel. Until next time, bye!